So we're not looking back on Brooklyn, but we are moving forward, one step closer to our future hope. And as you know, I just love acronyms and abbreviations. PC, W.C., W.C., LDC. But what does CPC stand for?
What does the CPC stand for?
CPC stands for Construction Project Committee. Lock that in.
In 2013, Watchtower Corporation broke ground on their New World Order headquarters. In their campaign entitled Moving Forward, they document the historic making of their doomsday compound.
When it was announced the plans of establishing world headquarters and what is going to be in Warwick, it just seemed like it was so far away. We may not even live to that.
Jehovah had Brooklyn in place, some parts of it for over 100 years. And it served so well
as a base for the governing body.
These buildings were quite significant to Jehovah's Witnesses.
The 5-building complex was sold to RFR and Kushner Companies. Jared Kushner, CEO of Kushner Companies, is one of the new owners.
These properties are situated really right between in what they call the Brooklyn Tech Triangle. And if we can activate these properties in the right way, they have the ability to really be the heart of that triangle and to connect downtown with Dumbo, with what's happening in the Navy Yards, and really be the epicenter for all of the change that is occurring in Brooklyn.
We have been encouraged as a governing body with the progress at Warwick. There's just no doubt about it. Yet it makes us kind of think of what life will be like once the end of this system of things occurs, and there have to be building work done all over the world. And it's going to be done by servants.
When I'm with them, seeing with them, I have the urge to get the tools myself and go to work, but fortunately the urge doesn't last too long.
We're excited to welcome the brothers from around the world to come visit, because we have some very nice surprises for you. Not just a beautiful surrounding, but some real spiritual treasures.
Your people will offer themselves willingly on the day of your military force, in splendid holiness from the womb of the dawn. You have your company of young men just like dewdrops. He will execute judgment against the nations. He will fill the land with dead bodies. He will crush the leader of a vast land.
Upon completion of their New World headquarters in August 2016, Jehovah's Witnesses received official recognition for the sustainable design of their new facility. The Green Building Initiative, or GBI, awarded the Witnesses the highest possible rating of 4 Green Globes for all 7 of their buildings in Warwick, New York.
On the EPA, from what the initial findings is that it has deep in as deep as the groundwater, and anybody knows mercury, uranium, tetrachloroethylene, all these chemicals cannot be boiled out of anything.
The video is entitled Building for the Future.
When you first got this assignment and you learned of the scope and all the work that was involved and the established completion date, what was your first reaction?
I was used to recommendations being reviewed by multiple layers of oversight, decisions taking weeks or months to arrive at. And here the governing body told us that we were to report only to the publishing committee.
As far as the completion date, if we would have known all the details at that time of how Warwick would be constructed, where would the faith have been? So it wasn't our assignment at that time to know all the details.
And so we really early on decided to try to take advantage of everything that the Brotherhood could offer.
I'll never forget going to bed that night, laying down, eyes wide open. They remained open all night long. We didn't have construction documents. We didn't have permits. We didn't even have design on some of the buildings. From a secular perspective, it couldn't be done in 4 years.
I realized that if we could not find a way to get the design and construction documents completed very quickly and on time, the project would grind to a halt. So that was very daunting for me.
At one time, we found ourselves with a kitchen and dining room designed for 200 and trying to feed about 1,000 people. We certainly could feel that it was as if Jesus was in that kitchen multiplying the loaves.
Yeah, good support.
How did this assignment affect these brothers? Did they give it serious concern?
What would be the best way to
motivate
our brothers and sisters?
CPC was indeed a unique way to
very quickly and on time.
In the expedited schedule.
Time frame.
Completion date.
Expedited fashion.
Deadline.
Expedited schedule.
To expedite the construction.
And the date that was established for completion.
There was one word that stood out in this interview, and it was the word daunting.
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 And of course, that is a beautiful word. It's a good word.
Why would the governing body be in such a rush to construct a building that focuses on long-term sustainability? Especially considering they've taught their slaves for over a century to prepare for an Armageddon event which could occur at any time.
Google the words DIA conspiracy and there are 46,000 results. Many believe it's being used for government cover-up.
And they point to the underground tunnels, the airport's art, and references to the New World Order's proof.
What the hell is this?
The mysterious murals.
Things on fire, masked men, stabbing doves.
The airport's Masonic plaque that seems to recognize a New World Order. And the underground tunnels.
This is a place for the elites to escape.
And you are showing us everything that's under.
I'm showing you everything I possibly did that I can find that I know is here.
But he didn't sound very convincing.
I wasn't there for the discussion about why that happened, but I know that happens in a lot of buildings because the tradition of the Masons is as people who make buildings.
We've never swung this many panels on a building in a day. We did 33 today. We're accustomed to doing 16. We would chuckle off on the side. We knew what they were benefiting from.
A handshake means something with the witnesses.
However, all that was accomplished on the Warwick project is a result of the base of experience and, of course, all the wonderful training that had been laid
for the last several decades
by the Design Build Department. That's DBD.
This is the voice of Jim Jones.
I got a hell of a lot of weapons to fight. I got my claws, I got compasses, I got guns, I got dynamite, I got a hell of a lot to fight. I'll fight, I'll fight, I will fight, I will fight, I will fight, I will fight.
For your future or further information, the CPC was
dissolved.
Are we currently witnessing history repeating itself?